Well, we've been starting a nice conversation about class times, recordings, keeping the language alive. And here we are. It's Tuesday, November. No, it's not the 20th, it's the 18th. Um, I keep on messing up the days. Today's the 18th. Uh, but yeah, here we are, Tuesday, November 18th. And I'm going to put the link to the slides in the chat for folks so that you can follow along. And you'll also want these slides for your homework, which we're going to talk about that in a second. But here's the slides. Um, so to answer a few questions about class dates, first of all, we have an announcement that we'll have class this week, but next week we're taking the whole week off from class. So we're taking it off for Thanksgiving. We won't have class on Tuesday or Thursday next week, the 25th or the 27th. So I'll go over briefly our remaining class dates with our schedule for this term. And then Shachsani Keek and I put together a warm-up exercise to help us cement the knock knock dialogue in our minds. We'll have a discussion, um, and then we'll start working on our formal self-introduction so that we have plenty of time to work on it and be able to present it at the end of our term. And then we're going to start doing homework, so I'll show you what that's going to look like. But just a quick overview about our remaining classes and our schedule. So today's November 18th. Thursday, we have class November 20th. Next week, there's no class. And then we'll come back the week after that. So we have December 2nd, 4th, 9th, and then December 11th will be our final class. Um, so we planned out to teach you guys 2 lines at a time of your formal self-introduction. We're hoping that by December 9th, we'll start having you perform them, the knock knock dialogue, including the introduction. And we want you guys to use your notes because the reading and writing aspect
After three
of
or four,
learning.
you're like literally putting your finger here and going, ouch, that.
I'm going to mute you, Jamie, and you got some background noise. Um, the reading and writing aspect of learning Lingit is important too, so we want you to be able to read from your notes. Um, any questions or comments so far about that? Sound good? You guys getting all fired up to perform? Nice. I got an okay sign. Okay, so for our discussion, I just stole this recipe from Shakhsani Keek when we were talking about Thanksgiving right before class today. And she said I could show it to you. And it's cranberry relish. But Shirley, did you want to talk about the recipe?
Yeah, it's a real simple recipe. When you cook fresh cranberries, you heat up 1 cup of water and 1 cup of sugar. Then you add the cranberries. But for the relish, you put the cranberries in a blender and add 1 cup of cranberry juice and 1 cup of sugar and blend it so that the blender grinds the cranberries uh, into two small pieces, and then you grate an orange, a fresh orange, grate the peel on a grater, and add that to the relish. And you can't just make it and then serve it. It has to sit in the refrigerator for a day or so in order for all the flavors to work in there. And it's a big favorite with my family.
Mm.
Make sure the cranberries, you grind it up real good.
Mm. Yeah, it sounds delicious and probably full of vitamin C and antioxidants. Do you tend to put it as a side or on your stuffing, or where's your favorite place to use it, Shirley?
I just serve it with the turkey dinner.
Mm.
Some people don't like cranberries, but those that like it really enjoy this.
Yum. Sounds delicious. Anybody in here have any of the students, do you have favorite foods around Thanksgiving or shared fall time meals that you want to share about? Family secret recipes, you're not gonna share them.
I have a secret one that you should never use.
Hmm.
One time I got really tired of doing all that work cooking. And that's when my children were younger. And so I saw an advertisement for a pre-cooked Thanksgiving dinner. And I thought, hey, I want to do that. So I ordered it. And my in my imagination, I thought they were going to show up with a nice hot turkey out of the oven on a platter, and I could just serve it. Uh, so I was busy getting ready to have the dinner, and the guests were arriving already, and they delivered the dinner frozen. So the turkey was frozen. Turkey was cooked, but it was frozen. Everything else was frozen.
Shoot.
I quickly had to put the turkey in the oven. And of course, you're not going to eat right away
Mm,
because, a, a large turkey, it's not going to thaw and cook that fast.
mm,
So I learned my lesson on that one.
mm.
Don't do it unless you know a little more about it than I did. I I just had to be. I was trying to be lazy. After that, I like to work hard. Now it's a lot easier for me because uh, I have family members that know how to best to do different things. So
Mm,
they all have different jobs and Carl is usually the head cook. I put the turkey in the oven, and after that, I'm free to eat
mm,
snacks and uh, all kinds of goodies while we're waiting.
mm. Fun. Trying to decide. This year I'm doing the green bean casserole and the garlic mashed potatoes. I'm gonna cook in Anchorage and then bring them down to Seward, where my mom lives. But trying to decide if I'm just gonna cook them that day and bring them down or freeze it, and I'm not sure yet.
I usually make the green bean casserole too.
Mm,
I don't have a secret. I don't think it's a secret. I use soy sauce in mine. Rich people like.
okay. Yum.
Yeah, yum. Love it.
And do you put the crispy French onions on them?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Got to.
Yeah.
I probably go heavy on them, in fact.
Uh, okay, good.
Yeah, have to do that.
Yeah,
Other than
we
that, I just use like I don't use the full. I think I use what do you call them? Like, well, they're green beans, but like they're I don't know. They're like almost shredded. The ones that are almost like shredded green beans,
Oh,
string green beans, maybe. I don't know.
is that
oh.
fresh?
No, I usually don't use the fresh ones. I admit I usually just use the canned ones.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah.
hmm
We use the canned ones too, but just a regular ordinary.
French cut. Thank you, Felina. Yeah, French cut green beans. That's it.
Yeah, the French cut is so great. We use mushroom soup.
Mm.
Uh,
Oh, okay. Now I use cream of chicken soup.
yeah.
Well, I like the idea of canned because you can buy it before the stores get all sold out of everything. I want to shop early this year.
Exactly. If I grew my own green beans, I would probably put them fresh in there.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's how we got to get back to fresh foods.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean,
Hmm.
I had a bunch of fresh like peas at one point, but it's not called a pea casserole.
Yeah. Yeah. That green bean casserole beats it.
Mm,
Exactly.
So
sounds good. Anybody else got recipes or cooking plans? Probably Thanksgiving is probably not very popular in Germany, is it?
We have a different holiday actually, which when we translate Thanksgiving into German, we use the name of our holiday, which
Oh,
is Erntedank, so being thankful for the harvest. That's what
oh.
it's called. And it really is what it says. People were just thankful that they harvested everything they could get. So we have that one, and we kind of say that it's the same as yours, but it's not. And it is. I don't know. But yeah.
Hmm.
yeah, the actually the Thanksgiving we have is the same thing. It's a
Mm.
thank uh being thankful for the food and harvest that we got. It's might have changed a little bit from the original Thanksgiving. It's kind of interesting to look at that, and the things we do now is really different. It has become uh, uh, dishes that are famous for Thanksgiving, such as olives and relish and things like that that are different. Um, I think the original Thanksgiving they had deer meat and cranberries and sweet potatoes or yams, whatever they called them. I don't know, but
Hmm.
um, I think that's they didn't have turkey or all the things that we have nowadays.
Hmm.
Uh,
That makes sense in Alaska. Like if I'm thinking about fall time foods here, then that's kind of like moose season and deer season. Bog cranberries are later in or I guess early fall.
I didn't know anything about turkeys until I was a teenager. My
Mm.
brothers and I we used to hunt uh, geese and ducks for Thanksgiving, whatever we can get. If we couldn't get that, then my mom always had handy deer meat to fix for as a Thanksgiving dinner.
Mm. Mm.
So
Yeah, those are good local foods. if I'm thinking about like the spirit of Thanksgiving being about thankful for the food we harvest in the fall. Geese and ducks sounds good. Fun. Any other questions or comments about shared meals in the fall or Thanksgiving dinner?
I was just gonna say that we are actually out in Kasan having a moose party on Friday.
Ooh.
So we had the food security uh guy, George Nix, he went out and traveled and got a moose and brought it back to the community, and they're having a party on Friday to celebrate the harvest. So
All
yeah,
right.
that's what this time of year really, fall harvest celebrations, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know,
I went to a Athabascan uh, fall time party once, and we sat down and they started the meal with by giving us bones. They gave us, about that long moose bones with the marrow cooked. So we had to dig our fingers in there. The bones are so big. It was really fun eating. It was just wonderful.
Mm.
The, the the bones were not hot; they were cooled off, but it was cooked, so we could we could get the marrow out.
I love that moose bone marrow. How did it taste to you, Shaksani Keek?
But it was good. It's the same as deer meat.
Uh,
Yeah. I think deer meat is the bone marrow is a little bit lighter, but of course, the way I tasted the moose marrow was cold,
hmm,
and I think it changes as it cools off.
mhm.
It was wonderful.
It's the best
Um,
part.
yeah, we had one time we had potluck. It was during a class time, and we had a potluck. And so we decided we would name everything in Tlingit, everything. It was so much. It was so funny uh, to try to name a green bean casserole. Of course, you could name things like potatoes and rice um, and meat and things like that. Then
Hmm,
you run into some of these dishes that are new. Uh, but even cranberries is not new
hmm,
because we have that. Uh,
hmm,
I think we call it tin. Tin
hmm. Tin.
goes on the ground. So our family
Uh,
used to gather that.
oh, I'm gonna double check how I spelled it. Tin.
Tinx.
Oh, okay.
Tin.
Tin. And then rice is kuch.
Yeah. The potatoes is kunt. Unless you're in Yakutat, you say kunt.
Oh,
I don't know
quince.
how you say it in your area, Corey. you say guns or
I'm
guns?
not sure if it's different. Not that I know of.
Oh, I got corrected when I went to Yakutat. I didn't know that there was a difference.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's cool how the language will vary a little bit between the
Yeah,
villages.
yeah. And they keep it. So if we had to name the green bean casserole, what would we call it? That's the
Well,
one that really we couldn't stop laughing because we just couldn't come up with anything with the onions.
um, well, the funny thing about it for me is that there's no G sound in Lingit, and there's just a lot of green. I think I've heard beans, or there's no B sound, I mean. So I think I've heard the word beans translated as gweens,
Yeah.
which would be weird if you're saying green queens.
That's where the whole thing became hilarious because it was too hard to put together uh, uh, because of the English sound. But we very seldom have. We don't have R's, do we? Cricket? No,
I don't think so. R's? What do we do for R's?
there's no R like green.
Yeah, which kind of makes me want to say Gween
Green.
again. Hmm.
So it would be hard to say uh, modified English queen of queens, queen, because we can't say B.
Yeah.
Got laughing so hard. We said, we better eat. Everything's getting cold while we're trying to figure out what to call it.
Gween, Gweens.
Green greens, yeah.
And casserole is interesting
Yeah.
for baking a dish with lots of ingredients. Something mixed up. Would you describe it as being mixed up or for casserole? I'm just thinking of how you say kukotri or otri based on how it's cooked or put together.
Yeah, but it's not, let's say it's not boiled.
Oh, yeah, it's baked. So how do
Come
you
on,
say
you guys,
baked?
any ideas? Any how would you uh say your menu in Tlingit?
I don't know how you'd say it and clink it, but this does remind me of a funny thing. We're looking up in Haida how to say peas.
Uh-huh.
We call it, and we call peas, or like garden peas, huiakluai, which literally means raven's canoe, because we just took the shape of it,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
the shape. So we're like, oh, well, it's just raven's canoe. So we grow raven's canoes in Haida.
That's awesome.
Well, Corey and his group is going to get by on this one because they're going to serve moose meat. Are you going to serve moose meat instead of turkey?
Don't have enough for that.
You don't have enough moose meat for that?
Well, it got shared among the family, so I have I don't know, a little bit, maybe 10 pounds or so,
Uh,
Yeah.
various cuts.
Oh. Awesome. I'm just looking through Lingit Class on the chapter about food. Okay, fish baked in an oven is stúch túnach. So we could do stúch túnach for baked.
I think we could say greens for green beans instead of trying to be more descriptive of the color and everything. Just call
Oh,
it beans.
yeah.
Uh,
Stúch túnach queens. But I feel like the main feature of green bean casserole is the onions.
yeah. So how do we say onions in cooking?
Onions. Hmm. What about onion?
Yeah, Marcia Hotz was leading the group when we were trying to name things for the from the potluck.
Mhm.
Spaghetti. Somebody brought spaghetti, and it was hilarious. It was just so much laughter. She was leading the group as to what things were called.
Oh.
We had a lot of fun. Didn't come to any conclusions. Nothing that would stick today.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's about the journey. Well, I don't see onion in the dictionary, so I'm trying to think of like how I would describe onion. And the things I'm thinking of are that it makes me cry when I cut it. Um, I guess I
Anybody
could.
have any words for onions?
I've heard it somewhere, not a word for it, but just the pronunciation. I've heard Inyan.
Oh.
Yeah, even in Haida, we just say anias.
Oh.
We never came up with a different word for it. Just anias.
Yeah. I guess I would spell it and think it onion. Anyan. Onion.
And YAN.
Yeah, does that sound right?
Yeah.
Onion. Onion. Queen's onions. Onions on beans. Um, well, not to end this conversation, but it's 12:36. So, you think we should transition to our dialogue? Or do you guys want to stay on this topic?
We should probably practice Tlingit. I
Okay.
don't know. Whatever people want.
Yeah, the one thing I want to point out in doing the dialogue is because we don't just teach the language, we teach the culture.
Mm.
And in this visit, uh, it's a visit to an elderly couple that can't really cook and fix things for themselves. Your parents are watch out for them to help them with giving them different foods. And so when we do the knock knock, the person that's answering is playing the elderly person because of the things I have them saying to show the young person like they're curious. Oh, you're taking Lingit, what are you learning? Kind of things. So tell
Mm,
me about it.
mm,
Um, uh, when I was growing up, I never once heard the word respect.
mhm,
I've heard people scolding kids by saying, you have to have respect. I never once heard the word. They just taught us how to treat people, especially old people.
mm.
And I think that's the way we should go rather than use up the word uh, to uh, how to do things so that you do show respect for them in as many ways as you can. So so
Enough teach.
that's one of the reasons for the knock knock dialogue is to teach you uh, how to how to take care of your neighbors or your elderly
Mm,
people that have trouble
mm.
fixing things for themselves anymore.
Enough teach.
Did we get the word for November?
November is Kokahadis. Let me find it in our book. Let me zoom in for people to see. So November is Kokahadis, digging or scratching moon, when bears dig and prepare their winter dens. Let's practice that one. You guys go ahead and repeat after me. Kokahadis.
Hardest.
Good.
First K is underlined, so it's k, and then the next K is top of the mouth, ka. Let's do it again. Kokahadis.
Hardest.
This
Mhm. So, jumping into our dialogue, just for fun, if you guys remember, I put in a couple fill in the blank sections of each line. So the first line means, how about eating it with us? And ha'in at cha, and then there's a sound at the end. Do you guys remember what that sound is for the how about it part? Making it a suggestion or an invitation when you add this sound. No worries. We'll come back to it. Um, how about this one? I'm on my way to school. Blank de yan chagut.
Kunde ya no.
Kunde.
Put it.
Yeah, okay, good
Good.
job. Yeah, this first one, you guys have this one in your memory. Schoon. So repeat after me. Schoon de yan chagut.
Kunde
Kunde
ya
ya no.
takut.
Good.
Good job. Next one, and these are just for fun, don't sweat it. It's getting to be time. So they're explaining that they can't stay and eat. Adeya.
Yan gut. Gut.
You have some of the words there, or sounds there. Adeya. I'll give you a hint on the first two.
Okay.
Ade, Adeya Kanda.
No good.
Close. That's
Something like
this
that.
one. I'm going as
Oh,
Yan Chagut. We'll come back to this one too.
oh yeah.
And then also just for fun, what about this? Tell me what you are learning. They say Khan Kananik Da, and then I have a blank. I tu.
Da.
Ah, sa,
Good job, Da Sa. So repeat after me. Khan Kananik Da Sa I tu.
Kan.
an, kananik,
Anik.
da,
Das.
sa,
I. Dul.
tu,
Ua.
Good job. Tell me what you're learning. And now that I got you warmed up, let's look at the whole dialogue. And the last line of this is just for intermediate learners who, if you already know your formal self-introduction, then this is for you, the last line. But let's go over the whole thing. So person A knocks on the door, knock, knock, and then person B, repeat after me. Adu sawa,
Adusawa.
adu, sawa,
and then your name, Nila Torah Aya.
ah, huni,
Uli.
ande,
Aya.
ijen, aya,
Good job. And then they say, I'm bringing you king salmon heads. Ashayi hat kwasi in.
ah, dai, i,
Tajayi. I.
eet, hat,
Kwasi.
wasi, in,
Kwasi in.
Good. And then they add, my mom cooked it. Achlach wasi I.
lach, wasi, i,
Clutch. Usi. I.
Uh, and then the person receiving it, they say thank you, and then they tell their family, let's eat it right away. So repeat after me. Gunalchish, guk, tlauk atkachtucha.
unash,
Unet.
ish,
Shish. O.
ut,
Lak.
dak,
O.
at,
At. Kak.
astucha,
Kak.
Good. So we kind of rushed through that one. Let's do this last word. Kachtucha.
dat,
Kak.
tucha,
Kak.
Good. And then repeat after me just this sentence. Guk, tlauk atkachtucha.
tuk,
Kak.
dak, at,
At. Kak.
astucha,
Kak. Kak.
Good. And then before that, just repeat after me the first word. Gunalchish.
Goodness.
unash,
Cheese.
cheese,
And then guk, tlauk atkachtucha.
tuk,
Aku. At.
dak, at,
Kak.
astucha,
Kak.
Good job. And then this is the line. How about eating it with us? They're making an invitation. Repeat after me. Ha'in atchakushe.
ha, in, at,
In. At.
ha,
Kak.
she,
She.
Good. And repeat after me. The person A says, I'm on my way to school. Skundayan chagut.
School.
yan, chagut,
Yan. Good.
And then it's almost time. Adeya kunda hit.
madeya,
Yeah.
kanda, hit,
Hit.
Good. Okay, so going back to our first one, how about eating it with us? What are we missing? Ha'in atcha.
she,
Kushe.
Good job. Kushe. Repeat after me. Ha'in atcha kushe.
ha,
Ha.
in, at,
At.
ha, she,
She.
Good. And let's review these again. Skundeyan chagut.
Skoendejan
Jan
Valgut.
Sagut.
And then what's missing in this one? Adeya Kunda.
Hit.
Hit.
Good job.
Just make sure when you say the salmon heads is ah, it's a sharp T. Shy.
Uh,
Ah,
Ashaye.
Yeah.
Practice that one. So, like Shirley said, make sure the T is really sharp in king salmon. And repeat after me. Shy.
Achayi.
Ashaye.
Good. And then the second half. Iqaysat khosi in.
I
Ace
Reis.
had Wasi
Wasi
in.
in.
Good. And the whole line with the T nice and sharp. Shy. Iqaysat khosi in.
Wachayi.
Ashaye. I
Ace had
Reis. Hat
Wasi in.
Wasi in.
Good
What
job.
are you saying? And translate it for me.
It,
Bringing you
Bring
king salmon
Salmon head.
heads.
King salmon heads for
Uh,
your mouth. I am bringing
I'm bringing it for you.
mm,
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bringing king salmon heads for you. Gunaljish.
So speak up. Sometimes we give you all the Tlingit words and you're saying them really perfect, but you have to know what you're saying.
Gunaljish. I'll do a breakdown on this one. So let's do Ashai. So what does, okay, I'm bringing king salmon heads for you. And if we do a breakdown, Ashai iqaysat khasiin. If we have each part, if we want to break down each part, um, what does Ashai mean?
King salmon heads.
Okay. And then what does iqays mean?
A means mouth. E means your. And the
Uh-huh.
S means for. So for your mouth,
Good
if I
job.
remember correctly.
That's the
Yeah.
literal translation, but you can say and be correct to say I brought it for you to eat.
Mm.
Okay. So because of that, we'll do a literal translation right below each part, and then, like Shirley said, like the way you would actually say it in English down below. And then, what does this last part mean? Hat in. I don't know if I've taught you guys this part yet.
I am bringing.
Yeah. And then the
So
hot. Uh-huh.
the means I, and then Wasi in is bringing. Or is it
Close.
the who? Trying to
Yeah.
pronounce the sounds
Yeah.
separate from
Okay.
the word.
Good point. Okay. Oops, hot. I just wrote it again and click it. So
Oh,
the hot part means to hear. Oops.
Ah,
So let's do like this. Let me clean this up a second. One moment. Um, and then the khosi in. Let's make this a different color. And then So just so you can see like an actual breakdown of each word I'm bringing. So the hot is to here, and then in is I'm bringing, and the part to answer your question, Achuni hande ijin is the part that says I'm bringing it is this khwa or I brought it khwa.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the rest of this in is about like how you carry something that could spill.
Oh,
Oops, sorry. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Shirley, so that people know what they're saying each part. Let's do pronunciation practice and look at the translations down below. So king salmon heads, you guys please repeat after me. Ashaye.
Shayi.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for your mouth is literal, but it just you would say for you. Repeat after me. Iris.
Yes.
Is
Good. And then I'm bringing to here hot khwasi in.
hot
At
kwasi in.
in.
Good. So I'm bringing king salmon heads for you. Repeat after me. Ashayi iris hat khwasi in.
Shayi
Shayi.
is
Yes.
hot kwasi in.
In.
Good job. Any questions about that or comments?
I have a question about the pronunciation,
Uh-huh.
and I might be going too far, I'm not sure. But the W, is that again the sound with the rounded lips, or is that a real W, like an English W?
What?
Because
You're
from
talking
going
what?
from the to ah is difficult for me. So who I can't do it.
Oh, you're talking about this part, right? This in khwasi in.
Yeah, yeah.
That one, it it ends up being just like an English W because the A comes
Okay,
after it. Khwa.
okay,
But it's technically
great.
both because you are rounding your lips when you say the underline X,
Right.
but then you just go right into the A, so
Wow,
it turns, yeah, that's it.
got
Hua.
it. Okay. Nice cheese.
Ah,
If you have the W at the end of the word, that's when you purse your lips to say it. But if it appears towards the front, you better listen hard for the pronunciation. It changes as we go, and it's the same as the English. Wow.
Mm.
The X, wow, XWA is is attached to the to the X that's beginning.
mm,
Mm. Right, cheese.
ah,
Hua, see,
hua,
in hua.
Uh,
I'm doing it.
mm, hua si in. Good question. Any more questions
Or comment.
or comments?
Yeah, if you know more than one language, uh, don't be afraid to let us know that uh, in my language it sounds like this, so we can tell what you're struggling with, so we can help you.
right.
Yeah, wow.
I have none of these sounds in my language. So,
We have some of these sounds in Haida. So we've got the whole spectrum covered.
Nice. With our powers combined. Okay, we got a couple minutes left, so I think let me see, what do we want to do here? Yeah, we practiced these lines. I'm on my way to school. It's almost time. And then the person being visited says, what are you studying? So let's look at the breakdown of this one again. This Han Kananik is about like tell me, and then dasa, what it is or what is it? I about what you're learning. So let's practice this line. Repeat after me. Han Kananik dasa tu.
Kan
On
pananik
Monadik
dasa
Sa e
tu.
Oh,
Tu is about like uh, teaching or reading or learning, studying. So let's say this last part again. Tu.
I tu.
Oh.
Good job. And if you are intermediate, this is your line, this next one in bold. I help the teachers. And let's look at it here. Uh, for this first one, just for fun, do your best to pronounce it, and then we'll talk about what each part means. So repeat after me. Hastuit chwadeshi wekuat fetuwo.
Astu
Has
i
to eat
watishi
was she
we
we
ku
cool
at
at
tu.
Good job. I help the teachers. That part is just to help you practice reading and pronouncing. And now let's look at this slide where I have each part translated. So when you're helping someone, if you're helping more than one person, you say has to eat, and then this word for I help, خودشی. So let's practice this first half. I help them. Repeat after me. Has to eat خودشی.
has to
Astu
eat
i
what is she
watishi
The last part is the teachers. Repeat after me. وقوأت فتوة.
we ku
cool
at
at
tu.
school.
I help the teachers. Um, and we're at time, so on Thursday we'll pick up here practicing this line, and then we'll go over the line for the beginners. But
Do you
Shirley, did
have,
you have any?
do you have time now to do a quickie on beginners?
Yeah. Um,
Hey, Anna,
uh-huh.
I just wanted to show Sherry some things that I got here.
Oh,
It's
oh,
deer. So
I
it's
guess.
the deer bones.
Oh,
I made
yeah?
a
Oh,
stock. Uh-huh. And a whole bunch of them.
wow.
Yum.
Shoulder blade. And I was just thinking of that bone marrow she was talking about.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just wanted to share that.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah.
We used to come to the table with a fresh piece of wood that's been chopped so we could bang the bone on there to get the marrow out. So,
Oh, I was just curious about how I'm supposed to get the bone marrow out of this one.
yeah, yeah. We always take a piece of fresh wood that's chopped and just if the bone is broken, the bone should be broken to be cooked so that you can get the marrow out.
That makes sense. Okay. Maybe I'll just take a saw to them next time. I'll
Bone,
ask them to chop them open.
yeah, bone saw maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bone marrow is very, very important for girls. Girls should be really encouraged to eat that because it's got a lot of iron in it.
Ah, goodness, sheesh. Good to see everyone.
You too. Thank you for sharing
You
about the deer
too.
bones.
Yeah, we have a community soup workshop tomorrow here in the Indigenous Science Building. You can sign up online if you go to the SHI. I don't know where. I'm acting like I know where it is. I think it's on Facebook. And we we'll be having a chili tomorrow. And so we're making mountain goat, gulakan, and wasus. Let's see, John Woo gulakan wasus. Uh, yeah.
Eh.
See you later.
Okay, have a good rest of your day.
Goodness, cheese.
Um, Quick option for people that are beginners, just so you have a little bit of practice before we do this. I will write it. So if you're gonna learn your formal self-introduction in this class, this line is for you. When the person you're visiting says, "What are you studying?" You say, "I will write it." And uh, it's this word. Repeat after me. Kakwashahit.
That's it.
Keep.
Uh-huh. You have a lot of K's in the beginning of this one. This first kuk, and then kwashahit. So one more time. Kuk kwashahit.
What's the
What
heat?
the heat?
Yeah. Does that sound good, Shirley?
Yeah, you should say kakwashahi tlingit reinach.
Oh,
I'll
goodness,
write it
teach.
in content.
Okay. I'll write it and clink it. Awesome. Goodness, teach. So this is where we'll pick up on Thursday. But you guys have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you in a couple days.
That's
What
dish.
heat? So
Uh,
yay, ikwasatin.
okay.
So
Kwati.
Yeah,
sheesh.
Constantine.
Uh,